This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms. and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
Cleveland Indians.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in game one. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I think all opposing pitchers are going to have their hands full with Brett Gardner. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Corey Kluber will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in game one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians defensive setup today. And let me tell you about first baseman Yonder Alonso. The bat plays, we get it. He's there for offense. But don't sleep on the defense as well. He's battled his injuries, but he's out there going to the post, making picks and bailing out his boys in the infield.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time. The 1-1 home. Grounded softly to the right. Ramirez is up with it, and that's the first out.
Batting second here tonight, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike one. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
The 2-1 home. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. Here now the 2-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Donaldson's up with it. And there's out number 2.
Batting third.
Digging in, Giancarlo Stanton. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there, and even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the end. So here's Francisco Lindor now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off with a drive, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Here comes the first pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. And that one just missed outside. Lindor, who fittingly goes by Mr. Smiles sometimes. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Popped him up. Torres is calling for it. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's Michael Brantley. In past meetings with Jay Happ, he's 4 for 13. He's taken him deep once. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner will drift over to his right a few steps as he takes it for the second out. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. So digging in now, Jose Ramirez looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.